Are y'all ready to get busy? Yeah! Foot on the pedal, now the ever full throttle. Engine running harder than a boy in the shuttle. Job ain't a job, it's a damn good job. City to city, I'm rocking my nation. Torn by the nation. Welcome back, by the way. Mr. Moscato is back. I don't know if I shared this. I'm not looking at the news tonight. I'm done. I've had it. Can't take it. I'm not talking about phone grabbers tonight. Again, can't take that anymore. I know I'm doing the hand thing again. A couple things I do want to share. I didn't, again, this is plagiarism a little bit. I didn't totally make this up, but it's kind of how I feel. I kind of feel like a blind man at an orgy. I gotta feel my way out somehow. I think I can do it. That's what I feel like right this second. I feel like a blind man in an orgy. What am I gonna do? Well, you gotta feel your way out. So I'm gonna have to figure it out. I mean, I got nobody else to rely on. It's just me. Oh shit! What's this other? Oh god. Oh, by the way, I came up with this. I didn't come up with it, but I thought about this. A cult is created by one guy who knows it's bullshit. In a religion, the guy's dead. So everybody have a good time Sunday. I'll be playing golf at Our Lady of the Shores. So we're not going to talk about phone grabbing. Short and sweet. Like I said, Mr. Moscato is back. I'm not mad anymore at anybody. I'm really not. No one. I'm not. I'm not mad at anyone. But oh, by the way, I'm not voting ever again. That'll be another day. We'll talk about that. There's a reason. And I know it's not even an election. It's like fucking July. There's nothing to do with politics. I don't watch the news. I don't watch Fox. I don't watch CNN. I'm not on Crackbook. Let's see, what else don't I do? I don't kill anybody. I don't rape anybody. I don't rob convenience stores. I don't shoplift from Kroger's. What else don't I do? Well, at least I don't do those things. So this is a really trippy thing that happened to me the other day. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to rehash it in my mind. I don't even know if I've even said this before. It actually just happened to me. Like, what is today? Monday? Yeah, today's Monday. I think it was Friday. I don't think I said it. Maybe I did. The weekend kind of got a little blurry. I don't think I did. Anyway, this is not a really happy story, but I mean, I guess there's maybe some light at the end of the tunnel. But so I'm driving down Patterson Boulevard downtown, and I'm in the nice section of downtown, which actually most of downtown is relatively nice. But I was in the nice section over by the library over off of Patterson. And the traffic pattern down there is really screwy because you got like a one way and a one way, and it's a boulevard, and you kind of need to know what the fuck you're doing. Which sometimes you'll see the newbies come in, or the people from out of town. They don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, but it's by the library, and they got the scooters and the bikes and all that bullshit. And so here I am at the light, because you do have to go through a sequence, and it takes a little bit, but it's not a big deal. And there's this lady on the ground, like on the ground, like the sidewalk, and she's like, it was freaked out. It freaked me out. At first thought, I'm like, oh my god, we got somebody down, and I'm like, I gotta go help her. And then I'm like, at a red light, I couldn't do anything. I'm in my work truck, and I'm looking at her, and she's got like, it looked like a jacket or something, and she was using for a pillow. I'm like, okay, so she didn't just fall into that position. So she probably just decided, I'm going to lay down on the sidewalk. Well, if you know what Patterson Boulevard is, it's one of those double wide sidewalks. So it's like big. And there was at the minimum, 6 people walking dogs in like a 1.5 block radius of the lady laying on the ground. 6 people minimum walking their dogs, because it's a big, I guess that's the big thing now. Whatever. I'm okay with dogs. But anyway, Anywho, my freaking point, my fucking point is then I saw these pedestrians and they're like walking up on her. So I'm like, okay, well, if she's dead or not breathing, they wouldn't just walk over her. I wouldn't think, unless it's the bystander effect, which could happen. I don't know. I mean, if you're by yourself, you'd say, "Hey, are you okay?" But if there's all these other people, well, fuck, she should be okay. And I'm thinking that's what was going on. So then I kind of cruise up, and I get to the next light, and I'm still getting her out of my peripheral, and she's still laying there. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, one of a couple things have happened. I've ruled out she's dead. I'm sure she's not dead. If she was dead, I would have said, "Hey, oh my God," I would have done something, or at least alerted the authorities. But then in that town, they're probably not going to do much. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, one of a couple things. A, she has a major, major, major mental illness. B, she was tired as shit and just couldn't take it anymore and wanted to lay down. C, she's fucking homeless, doesn't have anywhere else to go. Or D, all the above. And probably had something to do with, I don't know, heroin or fentanyl or something like that. So she was probably like freaking out and lost it and jacked herself up. And then I started thinking, how do you get yourself to that point? So you go, how do I get from where I was, wherever she was? Let's look at her 25 years ago. I don't know how old she was. I couldn't tell because her face was on the concrete or on the concrete, whatever, the sidewalk. And I'm thinking, how did she get there? What transpired? What path did she take? What road did she take to get there? Totally not saying there's anything wrong with this poor soul. I wish I would have been able to get the truck around and swing around and like get out and like go talk to her. Then again, she was sleeping, so she probably wouldn't want to talk to me. Or she was just totally waxed out on something, and if she would have woke up, she would have been like, "Hey man, I'll go down on you for $5." Something like that could happen, and I'm like, "Hey, no, not 5. I might give you 2, but not 5." Again, I plagiarized that. I stole that off Dave Chappelle's. Ha ha. So my point is, I'm trying to make light of a horrible situation. So I don't know what road she took to get where she was, and so I started thinking about that, about like myself and you and everybody, all of us. Like, what got you exactly where you are today? What are you doing right this second, today? What led you there? I mean, this woman could have been at 12 years old. She could have been a cheerleader. Or maybe she was a bookworm. Maybe she wasn't. Maybe she was a hoodlum. I don't know. Maybe she was still playing with Barbie. Who knows? It could have been anything. Anything. She could have been playing with Barbie dolls. Um, I don't know. Something happened at some point where she took a wrong turn. And so I'm thinking it's so easy to take a wrong turn. It could happen to me. It could happen to anybody. And I felt, obviously, I felt bad for her. But then it was kind of like I was starting to think to myself, well, what about you? And the selfishness came in. What about you? What are you taking wrong turns? Are you doing the right thing? Are you making the right choices? What's going on? Should you go to a self-help program? Um, what should you do? Should you start going to seminars? Should you start having seminars? Should you get a producer? Duranko, who, oh, by the way, he's back from Florida, still hasn't been here. He'll sleep for like 48 hours. He hibernates after he does his crazy shit. And he'll show up like next couple days, trust me. And he'll be like, oh, it'll be crazy. But right now he's totally dead asleep, not going to move. I know him like a book. He's my producer that never works, my unemployed producer. So anyway, I just wanted to share that. This is it. I know it's kind of boring, but what, like, wherever you're at right this second, and I was thinking about that shit, hell, a couple hours ago. I'm like sitting. I was actually sitting in the other room, and I was like, what got you exactly to this point? What choices did you make? What path did you take? Who did you interact with? Who did you engage? Um, what What faith did you have? What beliefs did you have? What was your? Did you have a goal? Did you want to make progress? Did you want to move forward in life? Because a lot of times people say, progress is happiness, and I sometimes believe that, sometimes I don't. It just depends. And then here we fucking go again, and then I get all mixed up. And so anyway, that's basically it. I know. I'll leave this one up. This is just food for thought. But I guess the title would be gratitude, because that poor, 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 poor woman was laying on a double wide sidewalk with a bunch of millennial fucking hippies walking their stupid dogs right past her, not seeming to really give a shit. And apparently neither did the cops, because she was just laying there. And so I had to have some gratitude. Like, you know what? I was at least put in a position at some point in the past to where I would understand, hey, make this decision. I don't, believe me, I'm not the greatest decision maker in the world. But to make that many wrong decisions consecutively to get to where you're laying on the ground. And I'm not saying she wasn't dealt a shitty hand. She could have been. She could have been. I don't know. Again, here I am sitting there drinking Moscato in front of a camera. Mr. Moscato again. I'm not blaming her for what happened. I'm not blaming her at all. She could have been dealt a horrible hand. Somebody could have abused her. God only knows. And then her mind would have just flipped out and she lost it. And every decision she makes happens to be a shitty one, a shitty decision, and wrong. She can't help it. And when you see somebody like that, I'm the kind of guy that I do it. I don't care. I've done it 100 times, which I thought about the math on that. Or I'll give somebody $10. They're just holding the sign. If it's a creative sign, give them $10. And I thought, well, if you do that 100 times, that's $1,000. So I've easily given $1,000 to people in the last 15, 20 years. Easily. Then again, I lost $1,100 in, I don't know, 2 hours on 2 basketball games. Smoking weed, talking to a dog. Totally different story. It was Texas. It was NCAA. Texas got beat. Lost 550 on that one. And then Kansas got beat. 550 on that one. And both games I lost by, one game I lost by half a point. And the other one was a point and a half. So by a total of 2 points on the spread. $1,100. So anyway, that's it. Thanks. I think tomorrow will be a better day. It is Monday. I think we did okay for a Monday. I think we did good for a Monday. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. I think I'll have some more insight. But I think gratitude is the key. Help these poor people that are laying on the street. You don't know where the hell they were at. I don't know where they were at. You don't know where I've been. I don't know where you've been. But, let's just try to make better choices. And if the other people aren't making better choices, instead of shitting on them or just walking past them, maybe give them a helping hand. Oh, let's do some more music. See if this works. People are always on vacation. Stick a finger out to the people. When I do nothing with some real apple. Ain't no faking. Money I'm taking. Going to watch on the galley station.